All right, what's going on? Welcome to the very first episode of Piston Pals, your hub for car news, reviews, and all things enthusiast talk. This is our first episode, and my name is Blair, and I'm based here in Toronto. I'm over in Canada, and joining me from across the pond in London is my co-host Andrew. We're a couple guys, two car lovers, bringing you a unique perspective on global automotive news. So I think it's pretty cool. We got a mind in Toronto and a mind in London. Andrew is Canadian. We're both Canadian, but Andrew has moved across the pond, so he's got all the Dacia news locked into his back pocket.
Yeah, tons of it.
Every other week, we'll dive into the latest car news, highlight everything from consumer trends and gearhead favorites. We want to keep this podcast kind of geared towards kind of both kind of general consumer news as well as some interesting enthusiast news that we come across, because we enjoy those supercars and all those enthusiast cars as well as classic cars, but also the consumer trends are pretty neat as well. I like to know what's going on in the consumer market. We are not experts by any means. We have no technical background in cars. We are just two guys who just love cars. I couldn't tell you what most things do on cars, as long as they go forward and backwards. I tinker every now and then. We tinker a little bit, but that's about it.
Check my oil, but check the oil, put the blinker fluid in, and that's about it. Make sure the tiki-talkies work.
Exactly. As long as you got blinker fluid, that's the big thing, right? On this week's episode, we got a pretty interesting lineup. We got the new Porsche 911 GT3, Ferrari F, and a modern twist on a classic, the Ford Capri, which I'm excited to get into. I got some interesting things to talk about, I think, in the Ford Capri all EV model. And of course, we want to hear from you guys. So as you're listening along, please make sure you leave any comments. Follow us over on social media, the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that, like the video, and get all the comments in about the topics that we cover throughout the video. If you're listening, wherever you're listening from, please like, subscribe, rate, whatever it might be, and let us know what cars you're most excited about coming up in the future. But with all that out of the way, our intro is complete, and let's dive right in. Our first topic that we're going to talk about is Porsche's new 911 GT3. It looks a lot like the old one, to be honest, as Porsches generally do.
They've never really changed their style much. I mean, kind of like a Beetle, really. Beetle on crack.
Well,
I've always been partial to them. I've always been a big fan of them.
You've always been partial to them. I have, I got a love and hate relation. I respect a Porsche or a Porsche, depending on who's listening out there. But I don't know, they've never really tickled my fancy. There is something about the 911 that does really, really get me going, but we'll get to it in a couple minutes.
Spoiler.
Yeah, the big spoiler.
Yeah.
But with this iteration of the GT3, they've retained the 4-liter flat six engine, rear. They didn't go for a hybrid. I mean, it still spits out 503 horsepower, so that's quite potent. I think the design, it's a classic design, right? It looks the same. It always looks the same. It's looked the same for about 20 years or so. I'm sure Porsche enthusiasts would tell me differently, but overall, I think it's okay. I think it's a good looking car.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's Porsche. There's really not a whole lot to say about it. If they haven't changed much on it, they've gotten, a few extra horsepower here and there. But other than that, another German car. Just another run-of-the-mill Porsche. They have all these other companies making so many changes to their engines, and Porsche's just said, you know what? Yeah, keep it the same. It's fine. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But they're not.
Yeah,
They're also not taking that step into the extra. They're not going the extra mile that all these other companies are going and putting in a petrol and a hybrid motor or a electric motor. They're not doing anything to kind of keep up with the moving trend. So I think, are they just trying to be, a little bit more traditional? They're trying to stick to what they're good at. Not to say that they wouldn't be good at making an electric motor or a hybrid motor, but
Yeah, I mean, I think that that really speaks to, it's a car. It's first of all, it's expensive, right? And the 911 GT3 is what we're specifically talking about, and I think it's coming in somewhere in the 150,000 pound range, something like that. So
Yeah.
it's an expensive car, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, the people that are buying them, I think, are probably Porsche purists, and I think they
Yeah.
probably like the petrol engine. The one thing that I really like about the GT3 is that they haven't gone straight to a dual clutch yet. You can still get it in a 6-speed manual, and I think that really gives you the driving experience that I think the people that are buying that vehicle are looking for.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
everything I've heard from people that have a Porsche, they like the way they drive, they like the driving dynamics, and I think the 6-speed really just adds to that. Now, something that they've done, and now I don't know who was asking for this, but they've added a touring version with an optional rear bench. And apparently
Yeah.
Porsche said that this is something that people have been asking for. But who that has a Porsche is like, you know what I really need? I really need to have a back seat.
Well, I mean, if I had a lot of money and needed a 4-seater car, sure, why not? I got 2 kids. Throw them both in the back seat. They're small enough; they'll fit there till they're about 10 years old. And then you got to get a new one. Maybe then I'll go to a bigger vehicle. But I guess the people that still want to have that option, let's. I don't know. I don't know what full size adult you're going to fit in the back of a 911. But that I don't know. Are they making that car a bit longer? Is the touring version slightly longer than the standard 2-seater?
From what I understand, I think the same. Now,
So
traditionally, a 2+2 has an extended wheelbase, but from what I understand, I think it's the same.
oh, okay.
But if you want a back seat, get a Panamera.
Yeah, but then you sacrifice your traditional Porsche look. Then you've
Yeah, but
lost
you're
your
not.
purist base, right? But I mean, you're not. Who the hell is looking
No,
at a
you're not
Porsche
fitting. You're not fitting anyone back
Panamera?
there, right?
No, and no one really wants to get in the back of one of those, anyways. You kind of
So what is that? Just a place to put your bag? You got you and the
maybe,
wife in the car. Just a place to put your bag.
your suitcase full of money. I don't know. I mean, the, how many groceries are you fitting in the front of that boot? Do they still call it a boot at the front of the car? I don't know. It's kind of
A frunk?
that's
I think the kids are saying a frunk these days.
a front.
Yeah, a front
Yeah, I
trunk.
mean, we've seen numerous times with cars like that. Anyways, I mean, you ain't fitting much in them. There's not a lot of room for that. Maybe a couple bottles of water. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really see the practicality in a back seat of a Porsche. I mean, yeah,
Now, I think traditionally behind the seats, there is generally just empty space. Like there's not generally seats behind like the front seats. There's just like an empty
yeah,
space where you can still put stuff. But
yeah.
now I guess there's just 2 buckets back there.
Maybe for dog lovers.
I guess get your dog in the back. Yeah, that's true. People and their damn dogs, honestly. They'll
Can't
take their
seem to
dog.
go to,
People will take their dog anywhere.
you can't go and get a coffee now in town without having a dog sitting in the cafe next to you. So I mean, everyone's taking a dog with them somewhere, and all these places just letting them in. So yeah, maybe they gotta have a doggy seat. But
People will take their dog literally anywhere. I was a couple months ago. No, early October. I think I went to like it's called Pingle's Farm. It's a
oh
farm.
yeah, Pingle, yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
why
yeah,
I'm trying to
Pingle's Farm
describe a
Market.
farm. It's a farm.
Yeah,
But anyways, it
yeah,
has like, pumpkin patch, you pick your fruit, corn maze, people and their dogs everywhere. And then the year before last, we were sitting eating, and this dog just walks up, drops a giant deuce right next to where we're eating, and the owner doesn't even pick it up.
Well, it's a farm. Why do you need to? It's fertilizer for all your corn.
Yeah, this is just on the lawn, man. Just on the lawn. We were
Oh
just on
well,
the lawn eating our food. This guy comes up, drops a deuce, and the owner's like, "Nah, I'm not going to pick that one up."
nah, no need, no need.
But
Probably didn't
anyways,
have enough
people
room
and
in
their
his.
dogs.
Probably not enough room in his Porsche for those bags.
That's true. That's true. Something that Porsche has introduced is the Weissach pack. Probably not saying that right, but anyways, a lightweight package for the cool price of only 16,000 pounds. You can reduce the weight by 9 kilos. That's basically almost 2,000 pounds a kilo. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. They're calling it carbon fiber reinforced plastic, magnesium wheels, and an optional roll cage. These are all carbon fiber reinforced plastic pieces. And if you really want to get the 9 kilogram weight reduction, it's going to cost you 15,500 pounds. It's already coming in pretty light. I think it's hovering around 1,400 kilos, so not a very heavy vehicle. I mean, unless you're racing F1, I don't know if 9 kilos is really going to change the performance of the vehicle too much, unless you're tracking it around, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah. I mean, do you 9 kilograms for? Don't even know. Don't even know what the curb weight of this car is. What, 1,400 kilos maybe?
Yeah, 1,400
Just
kilos.
over?
Yeah.
So 9 kilos, cool. I mean, 9 kilos off, and I'm gonna put 60 kilos worth of kids in the back seat.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're splitting hairs at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless you're buying it specifically for, I'm going to take this to the track. I'm going to be racing this thing. Then sure, go ahead, knock yourself out, drop 16.
Yeah, I'm firing this sucker around the Nürburgring every other Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even.
I mean, hey, to each their own. To each their own. The package is available. If you want 9 kilos less, take the package.
Yeah, fair. Okay, cool. But
ultimately, I think
you're already spending about $150K on this car, and then what? You're going to put on nearly another 20,000 onto the car just because you want to save a little bit of weight. But though I don't see the point. A bit of a weird flex from Porsche, is it not?
a little bit, I guess. Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, true.
You're not designing a race car. That's for the race cars.
Well, I mean, GT3 is the closest race car that Porsche provides, right? Like for the consumer market.
Yeah, but it's fair. Okay.
If they were like, here's 16,000, here's a 9 kilo weight reduction on the standard 911, then you probably just laugh it off and be like, okay, well, I'm just getting this car so I can say I got a Porsche 911, just driving it around town. Because people love driving their Porsches all year round. Like even in Toronto where it snows, they're just firing their Porsches out, fresh snowfall. Yeah. These guys are just wheeling around.
Yeah. The only expensive sports car you'll see on the road during a blizzard, that's for sure.
The Porsche, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't even put winter tires on it.
No, they're just wheeling around.
Low profs and everything.
But I am interested to know from like the Porsche purists, Porsche enthusiasts, what do you think keeps Porsche's 911 GT3 at the top of the performance market? And what do you guys think of the 911 GT3, this 2024 edition? So please let us know in the comments. Wherever you're listening, let us know what you think of the Porsche 911 GT3. Honestly, I respect it. If I had that money, I would never buy one, but that's just because I'm a Porsche hater.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. I'd probably take one just for fun. Minus that weight loss. No need for that. Just to say you got a Porsche, I think.
True. Now, if there's something that you really want to be like, here's a flex. I have one of these. The Ferrari F80. Maranello's hybrid hypercar. This thing is absolutely insane. If you haven't seen it yet and you're watching on YouTube, we'll put a little something up right here to take a look at it. But man, this thing is the successor, I guess, to the Enzo Ferrari. No, there was another one.
This is the last Ferrari.
One?
This is the successor to the last Ferrari.
Yes, the LaFerrari. Yeah.
And that one I wasn't too big on, but this one's nice. This has got all the bells and whistles. This is like born and bred, ready to race. Take me to the Nürburgring is what it's saying.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to race F1 and you're like, I've never made it in F1, but I have 2.6 million pounds sitting around, then get the F80. This thing has a 3-liter V6, which some people are going to be like, it's a V6. I want a V8. I want a V10. But anyways, V6 producing 888 horsepower. Do you think they're in there like, oof, we just got 886? You know, it'd be a nice number if we got 888.
I mean, it would
Let's tune it up a couple more. Let's get that couple more horsepower so we can say 888. But if 888 wasn't enough, then it fires in twin electric motors for an additional 282 horsepower, which gives it 1,170 horsepower. 0 to 62 miles an hour in 2.15 seconds. and that is insane. That's insane.
For a big boat like it is a big car in terms of supercar or hypercar, if they want to call it that now. I mean, this thing's just got everything. It's even got what have they brought back? They got what's it called? It's slipped my mind. Downforce. The
Oh
F1
yeah,
had it. They brought it in. They got rid of it. What was it called? That was
a ground effect.
ground effect. There we go. That's the one I'm thinking of. They brought
Yeah,
this
so
thing
the
in.
F.
So it's, you know,
Oh, so this F80 at 155 miles an hour is generating 1,000 kilograms of downforce.
it's pretty insane.
It's crazy.
I mean,
1,000 kilograms of downforce at 155 miles an hour. Has a MGUK, MGU, which is technology typically seen in F1 cars. It has torque vectoring, enhanced handling, and I mean it's insane. I love the look of it. I like the rear end. I like that. It kind of reminds me of like kind of like a Stingray, Manta Ray kind of. I don't know. The back end is just so sleek. Where the engine compartment has those holes for obviously cooling, but the louvers. I think it's a cool vehicle, man. I think it's really cool. I think I wasn't a fan. I don't know. I know people are gonna hate me for this, but the Enzo Ferrari I wasn't really a fan of. I thought it was a cool car for the time, but I wasn't nearly over the moon as much as other people. The Love Ferrari was okay, but this thing, the F80, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you on that. I mean, yeah, the Enzo to me was always just a pretty car. It was just the one that you wanted. How old were we when it came out? We were only teenagers, so I think that was the kind of thing I wanted on the wall. And then before that, we were even younger. The F50 came out. That thing was just a bucket of bolts, really, in supercar world. But I mean, I honestly thought the F50 was one of the coolest cars. I would say the F50 was better than the Enzo. And I know a lot of people will disagree, and obviously, yes, the performance and statistics on the car would say so as well. But I think in terms of looks, that car was iconic in my childhood. But this thing coming out now is just so many miles ahead. It's got the 2 electric motors in it, which are now, getting rid of that turbo lag. It's now, it's basically just it gets the car moving a whole lot quicker than just your standard combustion engine. So it's just straight power to the ground now with these engines in it. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool, man.
I think it's really cool. I think the front end, the headlights of the front end kind of give it like a classic kind of retro look from like the 90s. Because I think some of the Ferraris in the 90s kind of had an interesting look, these early 2000s, and I think the headlights of the front really add to that. I think it really gives it a retro kind of nostalgic look for me anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
But, the McLaren W1 just recently released couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. But this would probably be the exact direct competitor to the McLaren U1. I think the W1 100%. Looks cool. That's the successor of the P1 and the W1. Can you believe like the P1 was like 12 years ago, I think?
Was it really?
It came out? Yeah, I think so.
Geez, that's
I think it was something like that. I think it was like 2012. Something like that.
Wow.
2000, yeah. Early 2010s for sure. But anyways, I think this F80 looks better than the W1. Although the W1 I think looks great.
I mean,
that spoiler on the W1 is insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the McLarens, I don't know. Ever since they dropped, what was it, the MC? Once that came out, I thought that was just, everyone was like, oh wow, cool, McLaren, like they got such an amazing car. I always just thought that McLarens kind of lacked that wow factor that you get from, Ferrari or Lamborghini. But even saying Lamborghini this time around, what's their new car called? I can't remember the name of it now. They're
Italian, and I can't pronounce them anyways. But geez.
Yeah, but they're predecessor to the Aventador, or is this is the successor to the Huracan? Don't know. I like the looks of it, but it's not. It doesn't. I don't think it stands up to Ferrari this time. I think it's nowhere close.
Well, I don't know, because I mean we're looking this this is the F80 right now. And, I think there's a couple Ferraris that are coming out right now that I think they're okay. I mean, I'm always a Lamborghini. I'm a Lamborghini fanboy, so I like, I'm always on the Lamborghini train. But
100%.
Yeah. But if we're talking just this F80, looks really good, and it should perform really well. And if you're a passenger and you're short, well, too bad. The fixed passenger seat, it doesn't move, so you're stuck sitting in however that seat is positioned. Only the driver has the ability to move it forward and backwards, so you're probably out of luck. How do you feel about them dropping to a V8 though, or V6? Sorry.
I think that's just the way that everything's going now, and I mean I don't hate it, but again, I don't know. I think the V12s, the V10s, I think they were just iconic in their own. I think that's an era that's now gone. And I think most of us any car enthusiast now is just going to kind of, well, whatever. It is what it is. We had that. It's now moved on to this. I think with what these companies are doing now with the engines, I think they'll outperform the V12s and V10s by miles. But I don't think you'll ever get that same feeling or same excitement of firing up one of those engines. But yeah, I don't know. That being said, I think they're still pretty cool on their own. I think with what they can do with them.
You'll get the excitement when you put your foot down though in one of these hybrid tech vehicles.
Yeah, 100%. I think, personally, I'd like to see them continue this whole combination of a petrol engine and a hybrid or an EV kind of engine. I don't know. I've got a whole different mindset on EV vehicles as it is, but I don't know.
Hold that thought.
Hold that. Yeah. I'll put.
Hold on the EV vehicles. It's a little spoiler, a little glimpse into what's to come. But yeah, the F80, there will only be 799 units. So if you got 2.6 million pounds sitting in your pocket, I'd suggest contacting Ferrari. I mean, they're probably all sold out. They already, basically Ferrari has an exclusive list that's like, hey, we're releasing this F80. Do you want one? And then any other rich people could be like, oh, you know what, Ferrari, I might want one too. That's how I just assume all rich people talk. They're like, oh, I would want a Ferrari too.
So if you're one of these elite people and you're listening to this podcast, give us a shout. Let us know what it's like if you get one.
Yeah, exactly. If for some reason one of these elite people are listening to this podcast, let us know.
Swing by, take me for a ride if you want. I won't say no.
Exactly. If you're in Toronto or London, let me know. Let us know.
I don't think I'll see one anytime soon, though. I've never seen a LaFerrari in person, so I don't think I'll see one of these.
Oh, we're just not going to the right spots. I think if we peruse London and Toronto a little bit, we'll see a little something every now and then.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
But Ferrari's been into hybrid tech for a little while now, but this is really their bold step into performance innovation and really taking it by grabbing it by the horns and going, okay, we're in twin electric motors, 1,170 horsepower, right? Yeah. What do you guys think? Is Ferrari's foray into hybrid tech a compromise, going from V10, V8 to a V6, or ultimately is it a bold step forward in performance innovation? My take is, this is the way it's going. Tech, I love seeing new tech, so I think this is really cool, and I want to see more exciting tech. So, let us know what you think. Comments down below, or wherever you can leave a comment. Tag us in whatever, Twitter, something like that. X. I think kids are saying X these days. I don't know. But now you can unleash all your EV thoughts, because the Ford Capri EV has been announced and it's coming. And Ford is, Ford is huge in the U.S. market and in Europe. I think Ford has done really well in Europe lately. I was just down in the States in September, and if you're living in the rest of the world and you're like, how the heck are these American manufacturers surviving? Just go to the U.S. Everyone and their dog has an American vehicle.
No one buys Ford down there.
Yeah, exactly. What do you call this Toyota? But the Capri, it's interesting because, there's been a few companies. Dodge has done this. They brought back the Dart. It doesn't look anything like a Dart from the 70s or 60s, but they brought back the Dart. This Capri doesn't look anything like the Capri from the same time frame. But I think the naming strategy is interesting because you kind of attract that nostalgia kind of thing with consumers, but I just don't know if it's hitting in the right way, because I can tell you that, Dodge has the Dart. It has the Hornet. The Hornet is an SUV. I don't know what that is, but the Dart, I don't know, but the Dart
was just, I don't know, man. It straight up reminded me.
It's a little compact car. It's just a little compact car.
Yeah. I think they're trying to, they're going after the boomers and thinking, you know what, we need to get these guys buying our cars again. Let's get them all excited about a Capri or a Dodge Dart, You tell your dad about a Dodge Dart, and he'd be like, oh, yeah, that was a cool car back in the day. Back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, we all thought they were really cool cars. But I don't know. I think, like you said, I don't think they're really hitting the market with them and thinking that, they're all going to jump on it and be like, yeah, I need to get myself an electric vehicle that's called a Capri. I don't think they live up to the name.
Now, here's where I think the Capri is going to differentiate itself from the Dart. The Dart was released. It was a compact car. Nothing cool about it. The only cool thing about it was the name. That's about it. It didn't have like a performance model. I mean, it had a performance model, but it wasn't for performance. It was just like you went from like 100 and something horsepower to like 100 and something else horsepower, and it wasn't a performance model. The
Capri,
an SRT however,
badge on it.
yeah, slap an SRT badge on it and call it a, whatever it is. But the Capri, however, I think the Capri is interesting. I think I like the look of it. I mean, it's basically a Polestar 2. It does look like a Polestar, but it has a Ford badge on it. And it's like, they calling it like this coupe SUV type thing, but it's essentially just like a tallish car.
That's what I thought. I don't know if, I think we'll think differently on this vehicle altogether. I get that mixed vibe from it. Like you said, the SUV, does it want to be an SUV? Does it want to be a car? It's like the Ford Mach-E. Is the Ford Mach-E? They slapped a Mustang emblem on it. And I was like, is this thing a Mustang or is it a Mach-E? And I didn't realize it was actually a Mach-E until someone called it that. And I was like, what kind of a silly name is that?
Is that what the kids are calling them over in the UK, a Mach-E?
Is it? Well, what do they call it there? Is it not called that?
I think it's called a Mach. I think it's called a Mach-E.
A Mach-E. Maybe I'm just saying it wrong. I'm not a part of the in crowd, so I wouldn't know. But
like when a fighter jet flies at Mach 1, Mach 2.
Yeah. Well, that's what I called it that when it first started. I was like, oh, it's called a Mach 1, and then I was like, I heard an advert or something, and someone's like, oh, the Ford Mach-E, and I was like, what?
Okay, maybe they say Mach-E over there. I don't know, but here in North America, it's called the Mach-E.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
No, I mean, that was about it, really. I mean, it's a smushed SUV. It's got a flat top. It's, it kind of says, yeah, I want to be a little. Look at the old Capri. It was tiny. It was a shoebox that had a good engine in it. And it was like, oh, cool. This is a. If you didn't have a lot of money to spend on a sports car or a muscle car, this is your kind of like entrance to a muscle car, I'd think. But now it's like, it wants to be a mid-size SUV, but it's also wanting to be a little car. It's like, well, I don't know. I think it looks kind of silly. I think I'm just gonna say I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like it.
Okay, not a big fan. Don't like it, but I think it will tickle a market though, because I think it's a perfect size vehicle for Europe, right? Because Europeans they don't drive big cars. Generally speaking, they don't drive big cars. If they want to get a big car, they get like an A6 Estate or something like that.
Well, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people over here with Ford Rangers.
It's still not a big car. It's a Ranger.
No, not big.
They're not wheeling around an F1.
No.
Right? So
yeah.
Now, we've talked a lot about the way it looks. I think the look is okay. It looks like a Polestar, to be honest. But I think where it has some interesting performance. There's a couple models. There's a rear-wheel drive model, 286 horsepower, and then there's an all-wheel drive model with 340 horsepower. Again, it's EV, all electric, so that's pretty good power for all electric. It's going to be getting you from point A to point B pretty quickly. I think the boot is okay, 1,500 liters, so a pretty sizable boot. And the range I think I saw was pretty decent. 600 something kilometers, or like 340 miles, I guess. So that's pretty good on a charge. I think that was the all-wheel drive extended range model.
But again, is this going to be overestimated by your manufacturers again? It seems like a big problem that a lot of these companies have. They're like, oh yeah, full charge, 500 miles, no problem. Yeah, you can do it. It's like, well, but then you're planning your whole journey out. Where are we going to stop for a charge? Where are we going to stop for a charge? It's not like you can't just pop into every petrol station and expect them to have a charge station. No, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the infrastructure for charging is coming a long way, right? There's a lot more infrastructure going around, but ultimately, yeah, I don't. I just recently bought a new car. I haven't got it yet, but I bought a hybrid vehicle. I wasn't about to go full electric because I don't like the idea of stopping and having to wait for 20 minutes for my car to charge so that I can go another X amount of miles or kilometers and then I have to charge again. So I bought a hybrid vehicle. I got a hybrid SUV. Probably has a range somewhere in like that 8 to 1,000 kilometer area. So I'm going to be going a long time, but then when I need to get gas, I'm just going to stop in, fill up for gas for 5 minutes, and carry my way. I just don't think the infrastructure is quite there. The technology is quite there yet. I don't know if the tech will ever get there where you can charge your vehicle in 5 minutes, because that's like a lot of energy that has to go into that battery in like such a short amount of space. But no, I'm no engineer, so what do I know? I did see somewhere, I believe in Norway, they were taking a portion of highway. I think it was going to be like a kilometer or two of highway. And they were electrifying the highway. So that way you can wirelessly charge while you're driving.
Well, that's pretty cool, actually.
Now, if that was a thing, and you're driving down the 401, when you're stopped on the 401, your car's just driving. Your car's just charging up.
It's like putting your phone on that charge pad.
Exactly. Yeah. But in this case, you're putting your car on the charge pad.
Yeah. I don't know if Toronto's got that kind of money though. That's a lot of money for that city. Maybe I was just saying, I was just an example. If you were driving down a highway and it was charged, I don't have to worry about charging my car at home. Yeah, I mean that's probably fine. Make it a toll road. You got to pay to get on the road, and you can charge. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably someone out there thinking of an idea like that. I mean, they did have solar panel roads at one point somewhere. Wasn't that a German thing?
Probably those Germans. They're
crafty.
They're crafty. They're crafty. But I think the interior of the Capri looks pretty cool. I think it's. Yeah. I can't think of the word right now, but I think it looks good. I think it's probably going to be utilized really well. I think it looks like the driver sits in a good spot in terms of being able to see everything go in the interior. But it does look like a Polestar from like the front, from like the A pillar to the rear. It looks like a Polestar.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's still an electric vehicle in my mind at the end of the day. But,
and you're not on board with the electric vehicles?
Not really. I don't know. I haven't completely. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna like them, unless we entirely switch to electric vehicles one day, and I'm forced to have no other choice but to drive one. But I think until then, I think I'll still be in the mindset of, petrol car or a hybrid car. You're still gonna get the most feel out of it, the most enjoyment out of it. I think you still get personality in them. I don't think the electric cars have personalities. I don't think that maybe it's just me. They really just don't tickle my fancy.
Yeah, I mean that's your prerogative. I think they're cool. I wouldn't buy one because I didn't just buy one, but I think they're cool in the tech area of it.
Yeah, I do respect some of the tech. I do, what they're doing with them, I kind of respect them in that sense. But I mean, in terms of the marketing and everything, I'm not there. But yeah, they are pretty neat with what they can do with the electric cars now, and their batteries have come a long way since Tesla first released the Model S,
or the Nissan Leaf,
which I remember we went to a Toronto Auto Show years ago when they first released that thing, and that little shoebox I think had a price tag on it of like $43,000.
Yeah, I
But
think it's still 43,000. I don't think it's changed. Like it's been out for 20 years, hasn't changed.
and that's just like that. I just think that's a silly looking thing. I'm like, you got $43,000 to spend, and you're going out and saying, I want a Leaf. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Maybe
but it was cool, man.
I suppose so. Maybe for someone.
I didn't need to put gas in it. I could just plug it in.
There's a mom or a dad or a grandma somewhere that thinks, yeah, that Leaf is a cute car.
But just jumping back to the Capri and the namesake of the Capri or the nameplate of the Capri, what do you guys think? Do you feel the use of classic car names on EVs enhances the brand, or does it dilute the legacy of the car? In the Capri, to be honest, I haven't really been up on the Ford's classic car scene. I'm more of a Chevy, Buick, Dodge kind of classic car guy. But so I don't really care. Call it a Capri, sure. If that gets more people looking at your car.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
that's all I don't know. Yeah, I think there's just a split. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what people are interested in now. Maybe I'm just a bit. Maybe I'm. I don't know. I don't like. I'm not old. I'm not old. Oh, but maybe I have an old mindset.
I'm not old. Whoa, I'm not old. Don't call me old. I'm not old.
But I think that maybe my mindset is still just getting a little bit locked into the old petrol engines. Petrol is God. You know, you'll never change it, sort of thing. But I don't know. I'm curious just to see what everyone else thinks as well. See what the
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think of using the classic car names on EVs or just on any new cars. Just re-establishing that old name. So let us know in the comments below. You guys got a lot of things to talk about in the comments, so make sure you're dropping those comments and letting us know. All right, so this will be a little bit of more of a rapid fire kind of thing. This is going to be cars that are coming in 2024. So 2024, it's November now. So we're going to see if these cars have come out, what we think of them, and which one we would like in our driveway. So I'm just gonna rapid fire these car names at you. You tell me if you like them, dislike them, and if you would buy one. All right?
All right. Oh, are you asking
Okay.
me or are you asking them?
Now I'm asking you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they can join in the fun in their heads because we can't hear them. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Fiat Abarth 600E electric Fiat.
No.
No. Okay, that's a no. Yeah, I'm not buying. It's too small. Alfa Romeo Junior. Haven't seen this thing. Probably will never buy an Alfa Romeo.
Nah, I don't think I'm into it. They look all right, but it's not
They look cool, but it's going to look really cool in the service bay most of the time.
Yeah.
The Alpine A290. This is
I mean,
more.
it looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks
cool.
But it's French. I don't, not nothing against the French, but I mean, I don't know. They just don't have a good reputation for making cars at the moment. There's a lot.
Whether that's consumer vehicles or F1 performance.
Well, I mean, the F1 performance, you want to go that route, they're driving tractors, but okay. But I don't know. Apart from it looking cool, no, I wouldn't buy it.
All right. Aston Martin Valhalla.
Is this thing all electric? I don't remember.
No, it is a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine.
I mean, it'd be silly not to say no to it. I mean, yeah, if I had the money, I'd put it in my collection somewhere.
Exactly.
It's an Aston Martin. Aston Martin, you can't go wrong with them, I don't think. I mean,
It's true. A 4-liter twin-turbo V8. I mean, that's still a V8, man. That's still a V8.
They're spot on with everything they make, in my opinion. But that's probably a biased opinion.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
I haven't seen.
If I was to buy a
bad one
supercar, I'm buying an Aston Martin.
Unless it's the Rapide, I don't want that. I don't want to Ford.
Yeah, I don't want the Rapide. No, I don't want that. I don't want that either. And I don't want the V either.
Oh, come on now. Okay. I'll give him that one. That's like a Ford Kuga on crack. It's a nice.
It is kind of, actually. It is. You're right. I had a Kuga. I rented a Kuga. No, a Kuga or a Puma? Maybe it was a Puma.
Oh, it might be the Puma. The Puma is a smaller one. That's right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
rented the Puma when I was in Portugal back in May.
Did you? What'd you think of
Yeah,
it?
yeah. It was pretty
Is it all
good. I
right?
liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. It did
Okay.
the
All
job.
right.
It. I can't remember. I think it was I think it was a Puma. I think it was a Puma. But yeah, we liked it. It was good. We had 5 people,
Okay.
5 adults. It was pretty good.
Oh, that's all right.
Fit
Okay.
all our luggage in. It was a good car.
Nice.
Great car, especially for traveling through Portugal. It was still small enough to maneuver some of those little tiny streets. But yeah, it was really good.
Okay. Well, if you got 200 and some odd thousand plus, and you want to drop it on an SUV, there you go. There's your car. Buy yourself the new Aston Martin. But that's not the one at hand. So the Valhalla, yeah, I'd put the Valhalla in my collection if that's what you want to
True.
do. Yes.
Audi A5.
I'm a sucker for Audis. I feel like
You're
maybe
taking
I'm
it.
just
You're taking it. You're taking it. I'm taking it as the estate model.
Oh, you
Because
want
I've never been so horny.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I want that big boot space.
Oh yeah, give me the boot space. Audi A6 e-tron. We're gonna skip that one because he doesn't like EVs.
Yeah.
Audi Q6 e-tron. He doesn't like EVs, so we're gonna skip that one. BMW
I think
M Touring.
Okay, maybe. 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 I don't know. Don't know what else to say about the BMW M5. Yeah, it's
4.4 liter twin turbocharged V.
okay. It sounds nice, doesn't it? It does sound nice.
Yeah,
But
it's
I don't know,
a state. It's got a big
I don't know,
boot.
I'm just not a huge fan of BMWs. I don't know if I'd really want it that bad. I think.
All right, give me the A6 Avant instead. Give me the RS6.
Yeah, okay.
Give me the
Yeah,
Audi
yeah.
RS6 Avant.
Yeah.
I'll take that instead.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, little consumer vehicle. Citroen. Citroen.
Citroen. Here you go. Another French car for you.
C3.
No, thank you.
Okay. To only 22,000 pounds, though. 22,000 pounds in the
only.
UK.
Yeah. For unreliable electric car. Yeah. Good.
It's only got a 199-mile range. Or this one,
Fantastic.
you can get a cheaper offering, 124 miles.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, but an
Well,
EV at 22,000 pounds, that's not too bad for an EV.
Well, if I plan on living in a tiny little village somewhere in the middle of nowhere and don't want to go anywhere else, then okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. If you're in a little small town in France,
Yeah.
the Cupra Tavascan.
Okay, Cupras kind of, I saw them here for the first time. I was confused at first because I was like, what the hell is a Cupra? People might correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe they're like Infinity is to Nissan, right? They're a Spanish make. They're from Seat, but they're Seat's like premier version of or premier model car. I think they're pretty cool looking.
I saw a couple when I was in Portugal, and I was like, what the heck is that thing?
Yeah. But their adverts really, yeah, I like their adverts. I'll take a Cupra. I don't know what it is.
If there's one thing we can say about a
it.
Cupra, we like their adverts.
Yeah,
All right.
So you put that one in for me.
Dacia Duster.
Oh yeah. Don't know, man. They're
20,000 pounds.
yeah, but it's made in Romania.
That's why it's 20,000 pounds.
I haven't heard many good things about Dacia's. I mean, but James May raved about a Sandero. But that's James May raving about a Sandero. Nah, I don't think I'd want a Duster.
Okay, we're dusting the Duster. Get it out of here. Dacia Spring. Okay, same thing. It plugs into the front. Any car that plugs in directly into the front, get it out of here.
It's got bicycle wheels on it too, so no thanks.
Oh, why are you plugging into the front?
Oh, why not?
What if I park in reverse? Now I got to bring my cord all the way around and park it in the front. Just put it as a normal plug-in port on the side.
You're one of those. You're one of those drivers, and this is the one thing about your driving that always kind of annoyed me was your obsession with having to reverse into a parking spot. I don't know if you do that because you like to, or if it's convenient for
who likes to reverse out of a parking spot? You can't see anything.
I don't mind. Whoever's behind me, get out of the way. I'm reversing here. I got lights on the back of the car that are telling you so. If they work.
No, I'm reverse parking everywhere I go.
But
I can't even tell you if I can forward park.
Yeah. We'll test you on that one sometime. Well, get that car and tell me how it works out for you.
This is why I can plug it into the front. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Ford
Yeah.
Capri, we've already talked about it. Andrew's not going to take that thing in a million years. What about the Ford Exploder?
I think you said it right the first time. Don't know, man. They're Ford Explorers. I never had anything good to say about them. Never really had anything awful to say about them. But I mean, they're not really my thing.
I
I'm
don't
all
know. They're
right.
huge. They're huge. I was watching a review of one the other day. The interior is quite nice. I think it's a quite nice vehicle. I think it's a little expensive for the segment, to be honest. For a Ford,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
prices are up there around like Toyota and Honda, and I don't think they're quite on the same level as quite like a Toyota Grand Highlander yet. So I'd say I'm not putting that thing in my driveway. Ford Exploder,
Well,
no thanks.
I think I sent you a message about that the other day. Unless it's the old 2002 7.3 liter turbo diesel, then maybe. But they also put that in the Ford Excursion, didn't they? When that thing goes steaming down the road, rolling coal,
That's true.
that's cool. That's a cool vehicle then. But I mean, other than that, I'm okay.
All right, it hasn't released yet. I don't know if it's going to release in 2024. There was a lot of talk. I don't know if it's going to, but the Hyundai Ioniq 7, the larger
Okay.
electric SUV.
No, I know what I've said about electric vehicles, and I might contradict myself a bit on this, but I think if I had to buy one, I might take an Ioniq 6. I think they look cool. I don't know. Maybe okay. Maybe I shouldn't take one because I've talked so badly about EVs. But I
No,
don't know.
take one.
I think they look all right. I think they look all
You
right.
guys, yeah,
I'd get one
you
just to
guys
put
will
it in my
learn.
front window.
Yeah, you guys will learn that I'm the largest Hyundai fanboy.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, so I'm taking it. Put all the Hyundais in my front yard. Put them all in my front yard.
You should just move to South Korea. I think.
I really should. I really should. Kia EV3, little tiny. It's an EV, so he's gonna say no.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here's something that he might say yes. Land Rover Defender Octa. Don't know what the heck Octa means. All I know is that it starts at 160,000 pounds.
Yeah, you see, I don't, no, I don't. I think you might be wrong on this one because I do not like Land Rovers. I did not like the new Defender. My brother-in-law just bought a new Land Rover. I don't know which one it is. Can't remember. It might be the Sport or something. Yeah, they're nice. They're pretty. They're comfortable. It's like driving your living room somewhere. But
I'm okay with that.
well, yeah, you would say that after what you bought, but but yeah, I don't know, man. Especially over here at the moment, they are the most stolen car on the road. I'm gonna have to say no to a Land Rover.
So you could put it in your driveway and have it be at someone else's driveway the next day.
Yeah, I could do. That's a lot of
Okay, I
money
gotta
to
fire
lose,
these.
isn't
I
it?
gotta
Not
fire
that.
these things off quicker. Lotus Amiya.
Okay, go on. Don't know much about it. Lotus. Oh, the Lotus Mia. Sorry.
Yeah, 4-door.
Yeah. You know what? Lots of trouble, usually serious. Yeah, sure. Cool. Go on. I'll take one.
All right, let me see if I can find anything cool. Mini Aceman.
No, I don't like
Yeah,
minis.
didn't think so. Polestar 3.
Polestar 3, yeah, I got all horned up for a Polestar when they first released that. When it was Volvo and they had the C30, I thought that car was cool. I'm still on the Polestar bandwagon. Give me one. Don't
All
care.
right, so
I
I
don't
think I know
care.
the answer
Say
on the
what
next one. Polestar
Go
4.
Yeah. Sign me up. Anything to do with Volvo, I'm there for it. I
Nice,
don't give a
nice. I love it. Porsche. Okay, Renault 5. That's already a dismiss. Subaru Forester.
Subarus are. Dunno. I used to.
I hear the new Subaru Forester is getting a hybrid powertrain. I think it has a hybrid
Really?
powertrain, which I think, yeah. I think it's the first time they put it on an SUV, I believe. So, yeah, hybrid
Yeah,
powertrain.
I'll take a Forester. Yeah, why not? Seems like a
Toyota
fun
Land
little
Cruiser.
car. I like a Toyota. I like a Toyota. They are, yeah. I think I'd take one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I won't go too into
starts at
detail, but yeah.
75,000 pounds though.
Yeah, sure. If I had 75 grand, if I had enough to buy a nice car like that, why not? It's
You'll
fun,
take a
you know,
Land Cruiser.
like,
It looks pretty good.
yeah,
I like the couple revamps they've done to the front fascia for 2024. So I like it.
yeah.
Since you're so horned up about Toyota, what about the Toyota Prius?
Oh,
You can
my
get two
God.
Prius. You can get two Prii for the same price as one Land Rover, though, or Land Cruiser.
Yeah, but I don't know. I might have to start working for Uber at that point if I drive one of those.
Yeah, you could both. You could drive one, and the missus could drive one. You could have two Prii for the same price as a Land Cruiser.
You could do, but nah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Not a big fan.
All right, Volvo XE9.
Yeah, you didn't even have to ask. The EX90? Yeah, I don't care. Who cares?
EX90. It's a
Electric
big old.
vehicle or not, I'm contradicting myself big time here, but yeah.
Is it pure electric? I don't think it.
No,
It's
I
all
think
electric. All electric. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, is
Switches
it?
to a new
Yeah,
platform
I know
and is all electric. That's okay.
their new line's coming out. So
Volvo
they're
knows what's up, though. Volvo knows what's
They
up.
do. Well, they've just got rid
It's
of
a
all the
seven-seater.
diesels.
Yeah, it's a
They no longer
seven-seater,
make
so that's good
diesels,
for your other 4 kids that you got coming.
Oh yeah, cool.
It comes in a cool 96,000 pounds. So
Yeah, that's it. That's pocket.
that's
change.
it. Yeah. That's it. Just so those are the cars, new cars that have come for 2024. Kind of cool. We got some interesting ones in there. And now we'll stop on over, continue with the 2024 train, and we'll just wrap it up talking about some of the best-selling cars of 2024. And I was looking through this list, and a couple of them surprised me. Obviously, Toyota, yada yada yada, they're on there, but a few interesting cars that are on there. I didn't know that the Subaru Outback sells so well.
Did you not?
Number
I thought-
20, Subaru Outback, 126,000 units they've sold so far. This article is from October 10th, updated October 10th. So,
Where is that? Is that worldwide or is that just
I believe it's worldwide.
North America? Okay,
100.
it's not bad though. I mean, I don't mind an Outback. They got a good name. They've been around for a while, so I mean, why not? And Subarus are pretty reliable, so I mean, I don't
I
see
know.
why they
And then
wouldn't,
Subaru Forester. Subaru Forester is
behind?
18th on the list, 130,000 units.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
there
and then
you go.
17th, the Subaru Crosstrek.
They are for the fun, family, outdoorsy type of people, you know? I think
Yeah,
that's,
these Subarus are cooking. They got 20, 18, 17 best-selling cars of 2024. That's nuts.
There you go.
Through three quarters.
It's not bad.
What else do we got on this list? Number 14th, Ford Explorer.
Yeah. Well,
This
Ford,
has to be the
everyone
U.S.,
likes a
right?
Ford.
This has to be U.S. Did I not read this?
I feel-
The last few years, global supply. U.S. This is U.S.
Oh, okay. I thought with
Okay, I
the
was gonna
numbers,
say.
it seemed a bit low. Seemed a bit low for a worldwide number.
Yeah, but even the U.S.,
That's
they're
it.
loving the Subies.
Mm.
Chevrolet Equinox 16, Hyundai Tucson 15, Ford Explorer, Chevrolet Trax selling well. See, this is how the American vehicles stay afloat.
Because they just get those people buying them all the time.
Yeah, they've got their own
Everyone-
people buying them. Chevrolet
everyone
Equinox.
Everyone likes a general maintenance vehicle.
Yeah, nobody in their right mind is buying an Equinox, but Americans, give me one.
Well, the new Equinox looks real cool. When did they first bring that one out? I remember they.
I
had
don't know
like an
about real
Olympic-
cool. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. I'm going to put it up on the screen for those watching. The Equinox, I don't know if it looks real cool or not, but
I mean, compare it to like what, a 2002 Equinox or whenever they had that. They had an Olympic version of it, or a limited Olympic version. It was a sponsored vehicle by the Olympics at one point. But they at
Sure.
that point at that time they looked like poop. I didn't like them. But now I've seen the new one. I'm seeing the new one, and I'm like, it's not bad. I wouldn't mind one.
all right, obviously Toyota Corolla 11th, Honda Civic 10th. Nissan Rogue. Who knew that Nissan sold so many Rogues?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the only car keeping Nissan afloat. I don't know how it's selling so well. Nissan needs to completely renovate their interior. It's old, it's dated. Nissan, please. I kind of like your vehicles, and
I want to like your vehicle.
just do something. Just do something.
Get rid of the cash.
You need to
cab.
rebrand. Rebrand by 2026, please. Please make it happen. A Toyota Camry, obviously, every single taxi Toyota Camry. 227,000 of them sold. And then you get into the heavy hitters. Number 7, GMC Sierra. Number 6, Ram. Number 5, Honda CR-V. Number 4, Tesla Model Y. Number 3, Toyota RAV4.
Okay, yeah, I like the RAV4. there now.
Chevrolet Silverado coming in at number 2, 400,000 units of them sold. Then what's number 1? Number 1 selling vehicle in the United States of America.
Are you asking
for
me?
the 48th consecutive year?
Is it the Ford F-150?
It is the Ford F Series. Mostly F-150s, but yeah.
Oh, look at that. Or is
They have sold 130,000 more units than the Chevrolet Silverado, and Silverado's at second. That's ridiculous.
Man, what is Ford doing? They're doing something right. Everyone.
So there you go.
So much
So
crap about them.
well, yeah, they just got their built Ford tough, and then immediately to the dealership with a problem. But yeah, 48th consecutive year. If somehow, I don't know, over the next 2 months, the Silverado sells 600 million units, then the Ford will secure that spot. But that's insane. So anyone worldwide wondering, geez, how does Ford stay in business? Trust me, I was asking the same thing. The Ford F-150 is the answer, really. Just keep on producing those suckers. Freaking Gary, Larry, Bill, just using their wrenches, putting together those F-150s. Nothing against Gary, Larry's, and Bill's, but I'm just saying.
Well, I think it's don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say there, but yeah, I'd buy a big truck if I could as well.
Yeah, but you're not buying a big truck in the UK. Let me tell you that.
You might do. You can drive.
No, I don't think you are.
A few places.
You can drive it a few places, yeah, until you have to turn around.
Okay, go that way.
So we went through a big list. If you're listening on YouTube, I'm going to put the links to these articles in the description down below. So please take a look at the cars from 2024. I want to know which one is your favorite, which one you're getting, or if there's any cars that you're excited for. Let us know in the comments. I think that we covered a lot today. We talked about the GT3, F80. That's what it's called, right? The F80.
Yep.
I'm so bad with cars that have numbers in their names.
Oh, yeah.
Like you asked me about a Mercedes, no idea. I mean, absolutely no clue. Unless it's a G-Wagon, that's the only one I know.
Every letter in the alphabet's used for their cars now.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. They couldn't. You know, those guys couldn't have sat down in a boardroom and thought of a more confusing naming convention for their vehicles.
GLA, GLC, GLB, GLA,
CEGFU.
Yeah, B550.
Okay, settle down.
Cool.
All right, we're going to wrap it up there, I think. Just over an hour. I think that's a good amount of time. As always, this is our first episode, so it's not always, but this will be what we ask always at the end. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on whatever podcast platform you're listening to, and yeah, hit us up, Twitter, whatever it is, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. Find us, let us know what you think, and if there's any topics that you want us to cover, let us know. We'll be hitting them up. We can see you again in the next couple weeks where we bring some more news for you. You got any final thoughts?
No. That's about it for me. I don't have anything else.
No thoughts. That's it for me. Love it. All right. Until next time, take it easy. Enjoy your cars, and we'll chat very, very soon.